Sailor, kayaker and climber Dr. Karen Weeks is training to become the first Irish female to row solo across the Atlantic. The Kilkenny-born sports psychologist, she lectures at the Munster Technological University, aims to set out in December and row the 3,000 miles from La Gomera in the Canaries to Antigua in the Caribbean. If she completes it, Karen will become only the 20th woman to row any ocean on the globe solo. Karen has already sailed the Atlantic twice. She's circumnavigated both Ireland and the Lofton Islands off Norway in a kayak. She cycles solo and unsupported 4,000 miles across Canada, through Alaska and the Yukon, among other adventures. Lorna Siggins recently joined her on her paddleboard near Kinvara in South Galway Bay.
Did you hear the skylark? Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't it beautiful?
So, maybe if we just go out a little bit, would that be the right thing?
Yeah.
So you can get close by. Lorna, I'm training to be the first Irish female to row solo across the Atlantic. So 3,000 miles from the Canaries over to the Caribbean, and intending to leave in mid-December.
This is not the first time you've done some epic journeys. Just give me a little bit of run through both on the water and on land.
So yeah, I've done a good bit of endurance expedition type stuff before. I have sailed twice across the Atlantic, so from east to west and west to east. And also I've cycled solo and unsupported across Canada. That was 4,000 miles. And I've cycled solo through Alaska and the Yukon down as far as San Francisco, and from Nordkap down to Helsinki, and then as a pair across the USA.
So you know the sort of mental challenge of all this, but you're going to be on your own on the water. And you seem to me like a very sociable person. Will you not be looking for somebody to chat to?
Yeah, it will be a test now, and I think the mental aspect, I am a sports psychologist, so I've worked with a couple of rowers before, and the mental game is a big component part of this. So I think, yeah, it's going to be, I'm hoping to do it in around 75 days. So it will be 75 days on my own, but I will have communication with land, hopefully through a thing called Sailor Mail. So that'll allow me to send WhatsApp and video and things like that. But also mid-Atlantic, I will have the people in the space station who'll be the closest people to me at that stage, the closest human to me. So I'll be able to wave up at them, I suppose.
That's amazing. So obviously you're going to have satellite links all the time, and you'll have that for your weather forecast.
I will have a weather router on the way, so I'll have a weather router who'll be in contact with me every day. So he'll be advising me on wind direction, and if there's storms on the way, then because it's a rowboat, I'll only be doing maybe 2, 3, 4 knots, so it's very slow. So if there is weather coming in, I do need to have a bit of advance notice and get the boat ready, get me mentally ready, and if I could row south or north to avoid it, the earlier I know that, the better. So I will have a weather router with me all the time, and I'll be relying on them to inform me of my direction and where to go, as well as the electronic equipment I'll have on board for navigation.
So tell us about the boat. It's obviously self-righting, is it? It is self-righting.
Yeah, the boat that I'm buying is currently in England at the moment. It's just rowed across the Atlantic, and so it is called a Rannoch R25, and it has a cabin at the front and a cabin in the back, so I'll probably be sleeping in the front along with the electronic equipment, the navigational equipment, and then at the back, in the back, then I'll be using that for storage and stuff. And it is supposedly self-righting, so I'll definitely be doing the self-righting test in Gran Canaria before I leave. And it's currently undergoing a structural survey as well, just in case there's been any damage as across the Atlantic the first time, or being shipped back from Antigua. And it'll be brilliant to get it back up here into Galway Bay so I can start training in it for real. So it's going to be brilliant.